Welcome everybody to the Deltarune podcast. Today I am your host, Pasta Guy, and with me today we have Cupcake Paints, and also revisiting here when I bet a lot of you didn't think he was gonna come back. My brother again.
Hi, I am here. I am, of course, here to hopefully not be as despondent as I was last time.
Yeah. So, yeah. Hopefully this will all go well for us. And today, judging by the background and stuff, you can see that we're going to be doing Deltarune for our discussion today. We got a list of questions, and also we are also going to be looking at the chat to make sure there's going to be people who suggest stuff. So yeah. Oh hell
yeah! If you have a question for us, then put it in the comments.
Yeah, put it in the live chat. We'll be looking for it. So yeah, we're gonna be discussing Deltarune, which is, I guess, Toby Fox's official AU and stuff. So
or is it the same universe? Conspiracy noises.
Okay, so yeah. So yeah. First question we have that from the official list is a simple one. How did all of us first learn about Deltarune?
Well, it's pretty simple. Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter for me and Adam. Basically, I saw all the stuff about like all the mysterious tweets and everything and all that, and then the link to the website and stuff. And I remember this very vividly. I was like so excited and so like, what does this mean and stuff, that it was that like the whole day at school I was wondering more about that than I was wondering about, hey, it's Halloween and stuff. Yeah, I was more concerned
about spooky season.
It's the spook season.
And of course, we all saw the hey, download link for this survey program, and we were all just like, yeah, what's this? It can't be anything that important.
Yeah, but then people just, yeah, then people click the link and it was a download thing. It turns out it was a whole game and stuff. And I remember I was so excited. I didn't even wait to get home and everything to check what was on the website. I literally checked it in the middle of my first period class, and I was just like, what does this mean? When I was supposed to be doing engineering stuff or whatever. So yeah. And I remember as soon as I got home, I ran up the stairs to my room and booted up my laptop and stuff, downloaded the thing, started playing the game, and didn't stop till I finished it at around, I got home at around 4 o'clock. I didn't stop until around dinner at around 7:30. I just played through the whole thing, except for Jevil. I didn't know Jevil was a thing till a day later.
Of course, I watched the game with you because I was also like,
yeah. What about you, Cupcake? You've been pretty quiet. How'd you?
So, I think that I saw I didn't see the tweet from Toby as the first thing. I think I saw tweets from other people that I follow about it, and I was like, huh, what are you talking about? And so then I checked with Toby. I'm like, Toby, oh my gosh, what did you do now? And so I looked.
You magnificent madman, what did you do?
And so I look at this, and I look in all the comments, and they're like, "Ah, yes, Toby, thank you for this virus. It is wonderful." And I'm like, "Huh?" Because there was a joke going around because it was so sketchy.
Oh yeah.
But since it was Toby, like that, it was
that
also
Toby was
like
just a lot of people
to get a virus.
Also, a lot of people forget it's like you get like when you like boot up the game for the first time, you get a like message saying like, "Are you sure you want to do this? Because all the consequences you're about to experience will be yours from like now on," and stuff like that. A mysterious.
Yeah.
and everyone was just like, "What the flip?"
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I found that, and then I found the link, and I'm like, interesting. So then I downloaded it, and I'm like, survey program, excuse me, what is this?
Hoop stiff.
So yeah, I just basically found it from Twitter. Like I thought that I found it from YouTube, but then I realized that I found it in that time where you weren't supposed to upload anything about it to YouTube yet.
Yeah. Or Twitter, which a lot of people broke, and that was just like, I love the memes that came around that was like, there was like the My Hero Academia thing with All Might and stuff. It's just like, it's like heroes keep it secret and stuff, and villains are the ones that don't do that. Only villains do that, like spoil the thing 24 hours before the embargo's up. Which I can kind of understand considering what was in the game and stuff, where people were just like, "I need to talk about this right now." But yeah. Anywho, next question. What was it? This is gonna be very similar to the first one. What was our reactions to when we first booted up the game?
I don't know how any of you feel, but frankly, the entire time I was like, what? And then when I saw Chris in his bed, I was just like, oh, face.
Oh, but yeah, that first part where it's just like make a character like and stuff and everything, I was just like, what the hell is this?
Like, I just had extreme dread the entire time because, like, I told you about my feelings about when I went to the True Lab for the first time. I had, like, that kind of feeling well up again inside of me, and I'm like, oh no. Oh no. And so I was, of course, very confused and kind of weirded out, especially because it's like, what's your favorite? It's like, what's your favorite blood type? And I'm like, excuse me.
The red one. No, wait.
What's your favorite flavor? Pain. Pain, my favorite flavor.
Edgy. When I first booted it up and it was like a character creator thing, I was just like, oh, this is like, okay, like, this is like very, people talk about like, oh, these games are like Earthbound and stuff. This was very end of game, like super existential Earthbound, and I was just like, what the hell is all this?
Yes.
And yeah, also the whole time I was thinking, like, the theory part of my brain was already working, and I was just like, this is a survey program and stuff, and all this stuff. Does this have something to do with Gaster or whatever? I was already thinking that even like,
yeah, you're already like compiling a massive amount of like, this links back to this and this links back to this, and that's why the Canadians control the maple syrup industry.
Yeah, I was already on like just full
lore, theories, lore.
Yeah, because when you play a game by like a creator like Toby Fox, you you go in most of the time, especially after playing Undertale, you play the spot the foreshadowing, spot the twist, spot the like little inconsistencies.
Toby Fox is the king of left field. No matter what you come up with, it's gonna be wrong. But yeah, okay, so now third question. How did we feel about the scene right after that survey stuff with Toriel waking Chris up and driving them to school?
I feel like the O face is pretty accurate.
I was O face and I just lost my shit. Okay. I don't freak out with games too much and everything, but with this, it was like full on, like, if I was like a Twitch streamer or whatever, which I guess I technically am now, or gameplay channel and everything, it'd be like it'd be like part of those like big compilations you see, because my reaction was just so raw and just like oh my god. I was making noises only dogs could hear. Especially when I saw like Undead as a police officer and stuff and everything. I'm just like it was noises like that.
Yeah, like when that happened, and like, cause up to that point I was just I don't know what I was expecting, but yeah, I was just like, oh, Toby made a new thing, cool. And then Toriel comes in and I'm like and then she drives us to school and we see the town, and then I'm just like, I don't think my jaw has gone down as far since then.
I know. It was just, that first reaction was just sheer, just confusion, but also sheer joy and happiness at the same time. I'm not sure I'll ever experience something like that until the final game comes out and it's like, see some like end game stuff or whatever. But yeah. What about you, Adam? What did you think?
Well, of course, I had the whole thing, and also I was just like, I was like Jack Skellington, like, what's this? What's this?
We were all just so flabbergasted, but so excited at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, to get a little less into, like, early game stuff, well, it's still a little related to early game stuff, but it's also, like, first talking about, like, the characters and stuff. Hang on, there's actually, like, one or two questions in the chat now. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Chat.
Okay, from Tevin Daniels on YouTube. He asked, what do you think is behind the red door?
I think it's either going to be something really like mysterious, like Gaster's Workshop or something, like something along those lines, or it's gonna be something really goofy and Toby's just trying to throw us for a loop.
Red door, excuse me.
You know, I think they're talking about the thing in the woods, Adam, you know, like at the very end of town and stuff.
You go all the way down to the bottom of the map, and then there's just this clearing with a hill, and in the hill there's these two red doors that look kind of like bunker doors, and there's like, the music cuts out, but if you watch a bunch of theory videos like I do, then you'll know that if you interact with the door, then something will start playing in the background, which is very low, very quiet, and very slow. But if you speed it up, it's actually the dial tone that you get when you try to use your phone in the dark world.
Yeah. What I think is behind it, I think it is going to be like something like Gaster's Workshop or like a portal to the dark world or something like that.
It could be Sans' Workshop or something. Like, it'll be like KH2 where you wander in and you realize, oh shit, this world isn't real. So many constructions.
Yeah, but yeah, It's obviously either going to be something very important or very stupid. That's the only two options because it's Toby Fox, and Toby Fox does as Toby Fox does. Another question from chat. Did you, Nikhil Shina from YouTube ask, did you fall for Toby's prank and kill Toriel?
Did you fail?
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know.
You cannot kill Toriel.
I mean, unless you're talking about the first game, which in Undertale and stuff, which I did do that. Felt terrible and reloaded and stuff.
Yeah.
But,
same.
But let's see, Papyrus in the next chapter. Devin Daniel, same.
Yes. I want my tall skeleton boy. You just hear the distant rustle of bones. I want to go in. I want to skip.
It's like that one meme. Let me in. Let me in.
I was gonna make an animation of that, but then I gave up because my animation program was garbage.
Oof.
I should try again with my new one.
Okay, so yeah, getting back to the official questions list. Our opinions on Susie from the first impression to what we think of them now. My first impression of Susie was just like, well, oh shit, like she was obviously the bully character and everything, and I thought, yeah, she's gonna be a jerk and all that, but then she like pins us up against the lockers and says, how would you like losing your face and stuff, and I'm just like, is she gonna like physically harm me and this is gonna be the first battle in the game? But no, she doesn't, because she likes Toriel and stuff, which is nice. Yeah, I guess we'll just go around and do our first impressions, then we'll talk about what we think of her now. What was your first impression, Adam?
So yeah, my first impression of her was generally, oh, here we go, standard bully character. Yeah, I know her type, the JD looking person with the long coat and stuff, and blue jeans. Yeah, but it was pretty clear from what was like happening and stuff that that there, like we wouldn't have like this like Susie's design is pretty like well thought out in comparison to some of the others' designs, and so there was a bit of part of it that's just like, she'll be important, pay attention to her, stuff like that.
Pay attention. So for me, my first impression of Susie was, well, first of all, I was like, Susie, no, don't eat the chalk. That's not food. And then secondly, I was like, oh, she's the mean girl. Ah, okay.
Not like the Mean Girls from Mean Girls, but
yeah, but she's like the school mean girl, and so I'm like, okay. But I like at that one part where she's like, it's a shame for a mom to lose a kid. I'm like, that's interesting.
Yeah,
and so
I hope we get like something like Toriel like did something for Susie in the past and stuff, and yeah. Yeah, I hope we get like something like Toriel did something for Susie in the past and stuff, and that's the reason why she doesn't outright just plain out murder us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so talking about what we think of her now, I really like Susie. she's the like bully character and stuff, and it'd be like stereotypical. But this is just chapter 1, and we basically get over the like her getting over herself and becoming a nice person stuff like right away in chapter 1. So I'm really interested in what they're actually gonna do with like a reformed bully and stuff, like actually going back to school and not being a complete jerk face to everyone like the next day. Like the next day she just shows up and everything. She's just like not as big a jerk and stuff. People are just gonna be like, what?
Chris, what did you do? How did you do that?
What did you
Chris,
do?
yeah? How did you do that?
She could like fall into bad habits now that she's back in the world that people just like are suspicious of her, which would be interesting, also painful.
But you know, I think it will be interesting either way to see what happens when someone who's like become a better person actually interacts with people that still think that she's a bad one. But yeah, also yeah, I just really like her. She is a good dino or lizard or whatever the frick she's supposed to be, and yeah, she's obviously the character we're supposed to focus like the most on in chapter 1, and I think Toby did like really well writing her and stuff, and making her like making her like kind of a jerk, but also like an understandable jerk. I mean, it's obviously, I hope that we also get to see like her home life and stuff, and actually, and hopefully it's not like super stereotypical, like, oh, like her dad like is like a jerk to her and stuff. I hope it is a bit more than that. But yeah.
Plot twist, her dad is Barney.
I've seen that.
Barney. I just like, that's like the most, that's like, of course, the joke answer.
I saw that comic.
I'm gonna sue somebody.
I saw that comic. I think it was made by like Channy's Draw and stuff. It's just like, hey Susie. It was just like, so Susie, how was school? It's like a dinosaur like reading a paper and stuff, and it's just like, it was okay, Dad. And it's like the paper. It's like he like turns down the paper and stuff, and he just like make it finally make some friends today, because you don't usually say it was usually say it was awful. Yeah, something like that. In the chat, Tevin. No, wait, hang on. I haven't let you guys like actually discuss what you think of Susie and stuff. So what do you think, Adam?
Well, like now, of course, I do like her and hope that there will be, you know, plenty of stuff about her, like coming more out of her shell. But also, there's part of me that's just like, I don't think it's gonna be that easy for her. Let her suffer a bit. More specifically, people have these preconceptions about her, and they'll probably try to force her to stay to those preconceptions, because a lot of people would rather the world stay the same than change for the better. Let's be honest, because a lot of people want to hate things without them redeeming themselves, because a lot of people define themselves on what they hate.
Which is sad. Define yourself on what you love, not on what you hate.
Yes.
Good messages from the Determined podcast. Remember to stay hydrated and eat right. Maybe go pet your dog. I don't know.
If you don't have a dog, pat your stuffed animal, because no one is too old for stuffed animals.
Yes, that's right. Pat's right too.
Yes.
Anyways, what did you think of Susie? Now that you've been able to see all of that she has to offer in Chapter 1, Cupcake?
I like her. Like, she's still tough. She's still a tough person, which like is good. Like, her personality is like that. She is strong. She's tough, but she's trying to at least move past being the mean person and just be the tough person. I I really liked the the interactions for when she decided to start trying to solve things peacefully, and you just have her do things like flirt, and she's like, "Heck no, I'm not gonna do that." You do it.
You're unbanned from free ham sandwich day. Thank you.
You can't.
Flattered.
You can body slam the vending machine. That's my favorite.
I forgot about that one. Dude, like the comedic writing in Toby Fox's games is like super underrated. Everyone's talking about like, oh, the story's so good and the characters are so complex, but these games are funny too.
They are. I laughed so much during Deltarune.
Oh, there was one part in particular. When we first find K Round and stuff, and it like does the and it does like the epic jump over and everything, and me and Adam were just so confused. By that we were just like, it's beautiful, it's gracious, it's beautimous. And that's the term we always use for that now, just beautimous. When something is so...
He's a fabulous boy.
He's so fabulous.
He has literal legs for days. He has thick thighs that save lives. We stand K Round.
He stay healthy. He drink the almond milk.
As soon as he stops, you only make him stronger. Oh, jeez.
Trevin also in chat says, I want to see more of Noelle. Same also.
Oh, Noelle's I don't know why. It's like, I'm writing my own Deltarune, like, fan fiction and stuff right now. And Noelle is just such a precious being to me, and I just want to, and it's just like, it's not even, and I just love her so much. Now that, like, I want to smooch her way, and I'm just like, she's my daughter. I want her to grow up big and strong, and I wanted her to end up with married to a nice person and stuff. Hopefully the nice purple lizard that we've seen so far. But yeah, Noelle is precious and sweet, and I think she's gonna be a very interesting character. I like how Toby Fox pretty much confirmed that yes, she will be in the Dark World and she will be a major plot point and stuff already and everything, and it's just like
something's gonna happen with Noelle, and we know it.
Yeah. And like the track called The Lost Girl, she's gonna get lost in the Dark World at some point. I don't know how that's gonna happen, but yeah.
Some people are like, oh no, Noelle's gonna die, isn't she? And I'm like, oh, she better not.
Nah,
yeah, with Noelle, I'm just like with her, of course, she's super sweet and all that, but something tells me that we'll find out something that makes her, like, maybe she wants to disappear into the Dark World.
Oof.
I mean, we know she's having trouble with, like, family life and such, so...
Yeah, like, her dad's, like, has a disease and stuff, and her mom's, like... and her mom's, like... And the mom's, like, implied to be the mayor. I don't know if she actually is the mayor or not, but...
So, yeah, by the way, her dad, being friends with Asgore, I could hear all the people, like making up, like gay college stuff about it, or I guess bisexual stuff, considering that both of them later went on to marry women, but...
Yeah, just like you just like hear like, oh yeah, Asgore and I were friends back in college, and you just hear in the background just people like typing vigorously
Ship. I just hear that. Like, I don't ship them because I don't ship
much of anything, but
yeah, but like, but like when I heard that, then I just started thinking of like scenes from like Monsters University with Mike and Sully, and just replacing them with with Asgore and Rudy.
Oh yeah, like that one thing. It's like where it's like you keep shedding and you keep shedding in your sleep. I don't shed.
Hits the top of the bunk bed, hair falls down.
I'd love that. I'd love that as a comic if it's not already a thing.
I'm gonna do it. I am gonna make it at some point.
Tevin Daniels asks, "I wear who the knight is." I think you were trying to ask. I want to know.
I wonder who the knight is.
Yeah, maybe. I wonder who the knight is. Yeah, and to that I say, I don't know. We just don't have enough information. Like, I have my headcanons, of course.
Could be Gaster. Could be some other character we have no idea about. Could be Rules Card. Conspiracy theory. Nobody knows. Okay, next question.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on Ralsei?
Oh yeah. Also in the chat someone said Asriel or Ralsei. Well, considering the two versions we know right now, I can't pick because they're both precious boys that I loved so much and everything.
Don't make me choose between the fluffs.
But I'd have to go with Asriel from Undertale if I was being honest, because I just think he's a more complex character. But this is only with Chapter 1 in mind. Ralsei could be replaced as my favorite, or the Deltarune version of Asriel if we get to see more of him in the actual game and stuff. Which, by the way, Toby Fox, don't you dare just have it where it's like a mystery throughout the whole game. It's just like at the end, it's just like we see him like once and that's it. I will hurt you if you do that. Okay, but I won't hurt you. But I'll be disappointed. Anyway, so yeah.
I will send you an angry letter.
and write a fanfic. Fix it fanfic. Anyways, also Gregory was like, and Soriel was hinting, yes, my favorite ship. Oh yeah, that whole, I befriended your mom last night and stuff. I was just...
Everybody jumped to the exact opposite conclusion that I did.
Yeah.
My pure mind didn't.
I didn't. Hey, mine's disgusting, and I didn't either. I was just like, yay, they're friends. I always wanted them to be friends, but I also thought Toby Fox planned this. He knew people were gonna take that the way they did, and
yeah.
Yeah, the whole befriending thing, that was like, as soon as I saw it, I'm just like, I know coded language when I see stuff, but I'm a gay person. I have to look for coded language for representation all the time.
But yeah, but yeah, I knew exactly, we all know exactly what Toby Fox was doing, and all the Soriel shippers were just burst out, just like having parades and stuff, and meanwhile I'm just in the back just being like, it could just be just them actually becoming friends, guys.
Like, really. But like, honestly, let me explain what I thought. So when he said that he was talking about that Toriel came in to buy chocolate kisses because he has a store now, I guess. And Sans is like, oh yeah, I befriended, in quotation marks, your mom last night. And so I was like, oh yeah, because she just kind of came in and talked, so technically they didn't really become friends yet. Like, they just had an interesting conversation, and that was it. That was what my brain said.
Yeah. Okay.
Whether that's what Toby meant or not, I don't know.
You don't know. Not until the game comes out in like 2057 or something like that.
I will still play it. I will still play it.
I don't care if I'm old and disheveled. I'll still play it. Okay. Number 5 on the official list. This 5 on the official list and stuff. What's your opinion on Ralsei and stuff?
Yeah, I asked that, and then we got off topic.
Well, I want to get to the chat questions because it's good to keep your audience again and stuff. But yeah, how about we let Cupcake start her opinions for once?
Bean and Tim.
Is that it?
He needs all the hugs.
Let me guess, during the battle and stuff, it's like you looked at the options and saw hug Raleigh, your eyes just widened.
Yes, I was just like, so yes, I hugged him multiple times before I hugged the dummy.
Yeah.
He also looks like the Wand Slayer from the Laura.
Yeah, I remember that meme. It's like manga, anime, Netflix adaptation.
Yes.
The whole thing about that is that if you didn't know, the whole monster thing over the Lorax was so very incredibly strange and very hard to understand if you weren't there. Watch the Sarah Z video on it, or Sarah Z, she is Canadian. It will explain a lot. You will feel both uncomfortable, intrigued, and very, very weirded out.
Yeah, what about you? What do you think of Ralsei?
Well, when I first saw him, before he revealed himself, I was just like, okay, you're explaining a lot of stuff that I clearly don't understand. It doesn't feel very Undertale to me. Then I saw what he looked like, and I'm just like, okay, you're clearly adorable and cute, but you're still hiding something.
Yeah, we all know Ralsei is hiding something. I mean, I don't think he's gonna be in chapter 2. It's like, welcome, Chris. I'm actually a murderer. Look at all these knives.
I saw this comic once that was like, they go back to the dark world and Ralsei's just like, haha, you didn't know it, but I was the villain all along. The cake is a lie. And they're like, no.
How dare the cake be a lie? That meme's 10 years old.
Yes.
But yeah, Ralsei is a sweet, precious boy. I love him. He deserves all the hugs and stuff. He's hiding something, and I'm hiding something, and I so want to find out what it is.
I drew a picture of Ralsei, and this is funny, but I sent it to my brother, who had no idea what Deltarune was or the characters or anything, and he's like, this character seems mysterious, and I'm like, huh. And so then he made me start thinking, yeah, maybe he is.
Yeah.
He is kind of mysterious.
Yeah, he's all sweet and precious and stuff, but he doesn't really talk about himself all that much besides being like, hey, I'm the Prince of Darkness and stuff.
I'm Prince of Darkness. I don't have any subjects. I bake cakes, and I like hugs.
That's it. We never ask him about his parents or anything. It's just did all the fluff, did just a bunch of fluff just congeal together and decide to wear a little green hat and stuff. Apparently it's Sapphire from one of our Discord servers, one of our friends and stuff. It's Sapphire's you better be taking care of Cup. We're taking good care of Cup. I mean, she wouldn't be doing this for the 6th time in the ever so couple of weeks if we didn't.
told you to take care of me.
Yes. Yes, it's Sapphire from the Deeper Down server.
Yes.
We're taking care of the precious cupcake. But yeah, also, this isn't an actual question I listed, but I just remember that we probably should talk about it. What was your reaction when, like, Ralsei took off his hat and they were just, like, boss monster and stuff?
I believe Susie was the proper reaction, but I think it was spoiled for me because I remember being, like, not too shocked by it, and also, like...
But yeah,
I
was shocked by it, and I was obviously confused, but then I was like, wait, Ralsei, Asriel. Ralsei's like Asriel's like Dark World counterpart. That.
Yeah.
What about you, Cupcake? What did you think?
When he took the hat off, and I saw that it was a white goat fluff, I was like, cause I knew right off. I'm like, this is another goat fluff, isn't it? And then, and then he took that off, and he was, yep. And I'm like, I knew it.
I mean, the pink horns probably confused a bunch of us, though. It's just like,
yeah,
it's just like they can have that.
Like, I guess, I don't know. But, like, when you think about it, none of the, like, brights really were all that color. Like, in his overworld sprite, when he takes off his hat, are his horns pink? Like, can you tell they're pink, or can you just tell from the text box? I can't remember.
No, you can tell from, there are little hints of pink and stuff on his horns and stuff, and yeah, yeah, the pink horns are just like, what? They
maybe he painted them with, like, maybe you can paint horns with nail polish. I mean,
it would be easier than to dye fur, I guess. So. All right. Any other questions from the chat? Nope. Okay, so let's go on to our number 6, which is actually about like the game's mechanics and stuff. What did you guys? What's your guys' favorite song from the game?
Okay, so that song that plays in the part of the overworld with the like red.
That's the Field of Hope and Dreams stuff.
Oh yeah, that song. That's my favorite.
That's a good contender. I also like the Card Castle theme, Rude Buster, just Susie's general theme and stuff.
Yes.
Also, Hometown's theme is also pretty, just super relaxing.
Very nice, yes. My favorite, it's a toss-up between Field of Hopes and Dreams, and The Legend. Like,
oh yeah, Legend is also really good.
I got goosebumps when listening to The Legend, which I haven't told you guys, but like sometimes when there's a certain song that just hits right, or it just like when there's how do I describe this? If there's a song that is like really, really good, I get goosebumps like on my arms, and I can feel it, and I'm like, yes, this is a good song.
Yeah, there's just so many fantastic songs in that game. This is only chapter 1. Imagine all the stuff that's gonna be happening. That's gonna happen later. I mean, we're talking about like Field of Hopes and Dreams and stuff, and like later on we could have stuff that blows that stuff out of the water.
I know. Like,
I mean, Megalovania, the song that, even though it might not be technically the best and stuff, that is like the favorite song of the fandom, and that's like at the very end of the game and stuff.
What do you mean?
You know, Megalovania, like Undertale and stuff, from Undertale and stuff. So, like Toby Fox could be like hiding all his like super heavy hitting themes for later. Tevin Daniels, that's a question that we already have in the main list, and we'll be talking about that later because we want to save like predictions for the future for the end and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so
like I just wanted to like comment on like Toby, he makes these characters, he gives them personality, and like he makes us laugh also, but his music is just like, how can you do this? How can one man do this?
Yeah. Yeah, okay,
like,
so next we have number 7. How well do you think the characters for the previous games were implemented? Like seeing all the seeing like Asgore, Toriel, Monster Kid and stuff, like in Hometown and stuff. How do we like seeing them and all that stuff and their roles and everything? Yeah. How about you start off, Adam?
Well, frankly, I was very confused, but I have seen plenty of AUs where they're doing stuff like this, you know, menial stuff, and I'm just like, huh. The big one that made me go, is that Toriel and Asgore are still divorced, even though the primary reason why they got divorced originally was because of his actions in the underground with, you know, like declaring war on humanity, all that stuff. So, yeah, then I just like, what happened here? Why is he sleeping above the flower shop and all that?
Toriel is kind of a jerk to him, but then again, we don't know what he did, so it could be completely justified.
Or one day, if the whole this is an altered world based off the original series, they're just like, we don't know why.
That'd be freaky.
That would be.
Yeah, other stuff that freaked us all out, I think Undead being like, who's Alphys, was just like, what do you mean, who's Alphys?
She is your wife?
She is the precious of precious. She is the precious of precious lizards, and you don't know who she is?
Like, but come on, you're forgetting the most like jaw-dropping moment. Alphys likes Mew Mew Kissy Cutie 2 better than Mew Mew Kissy Cutie 1.
But in this parallel world, it could be like Mew Mew Kissy 2 is actually good. So then again, we only hear Alphys' opinions on it, so it could be like heavily skewed, and they're just like like Mew Mew Kissy 2 and like Undertale is actually pretty good and stuff, and she just didn't like it for some other reasons or whatever.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
Like, yes. I was gonna say something and then I forgot.
So, Cupcake, you are a fan of Monster Kid, as we've seen, along with you doing an amazing voice for them and stuff.
Thank you.
What was your reaction of seeing like MK still like being a part of Chris's class and stuff?
I was like, Monster Kid, what's up? I like, he looks older. That's good. I like that.
His spikes are bigger.
Yes. Like, I liked him being there, and I liked him, like, it being implied that he's friends with Chris also. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, MK would be the type of person that's like, even if you're the lonely kid, you'd be like, what's that?
Yeah. Be like, hey, I noticed you were kind of just sitting there all by yourself. Want to talk about something?
Yeah, he's like one of those weird extroverted people that like wants to go up to introverted people and be like, "You doing okay?" And it just freaks introverted people like us out. Just like, stop that! What?
Wow.
Stop being nice to me.
Yeah.
Stop being nice and friendly and stuff. It's freaking me out. Just let me go back to staring awkwardly at my phone or my book. Okay. Yeah, MK. I like seeing MK again. Also the whole like bratty and catty thing with
Oh yeah.
I was just like, they're not besties. Why aren't they besties? That's...
like if it was if it was it's just to show like if different circumstances happen, like people can become friends, people can be not friends. Like I thought that was really interesting because like they were still extremely similar and yet they still didn't get along, but we're not entirely sure why.
Yeah.
But I just thought that was really interesting.
Also, Bratty apparently like stole like Azriel's first kiss, which what the flip.
Truth or dare, man. Oof. But yeah, like
I do like that Asgore owns a flower shop and stuff.
Yes. Also, dad hug. Finally.
Dad hug. That was so cool. Just like going up and just getting the biggest hug ever. I was not expecting that, and it was just so perfect.
Like I was smiling so wide at that point. I was just like, ah.
And then it's just like, oh, I'm sorry, Chris. I know you didn't like that, and I'm just like, and there was just a part of me. It's just like, Chris, how could you not like that? But then I thought about it. I'm just like, okay, being like violently shook back and forth like that, just out of nowhere, does seem a bit off-putting. I mean, I know he means well, but still, I'd still probably be like, I feel dizzy after that.
I love how it was like the typical dad bear hug, and it was just amazing.
Oh, it'd be the fluffiest one too.
My dad is too short to give me bear hugs anymore.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, me and my brother are both taller than my dad. It's kind of weird. I mean, he's glad that we are because he's kind of short. So he's like, "Yay, you're not just a little person. You're not just like tiny like me." But yeah,
I'm short, so I'm barely up to my dad's shoulders.
Oof. Okay. So yeah, favorite boss in the game.
Ooh.
I mean,
A round.
Yeah, C is a good thing. I'd actually have to say the king though. I really liked his theme and also like how he like made like and how interesting he like made the fight with him like being able to actually move the box and stuff. And I actually struggled on him for a bit.
Mhm.
I mean, after I beat Jevil, though, it's like, when you just go back to fighting the king after that, you're just like, flick.
Oh, easy.
It's like when you, like, the first time you play a game and stuff, versus the second time you play it, you're just like, wow.
Yeah.
Well, that was easy. What about you, Adam? What do you think?
Thing is that the bosses in this game, I did compared to the first game, we didn't have as much emotional baggage to them, except for the first one. Well, there was the boss fight with Susie and Lancer, which was...
Oh, yeah, that.
That's not even really much of a boss fight. That's just kind of a beatdown.
Okay, I have a question for you guys.
Did
you guys get hit on purpose during that fight?
No.
I did. I'm like, no, this needs to stop. So I was just running into it.
I really did like the little checkered piece that got them legs and everything. Boss fight, no other for how hilarious it was.
Yeah. Also the Ralsei eating was.
Yeah.
What? Throw the Ralsei.
This goat boy BMD. Yeet.
Also, there's with that with this like showing off of legs, much like Meditate, we can confirm that Toby Fox is in fact leg sexual.
He just wants he doesn't care what you are, he just wants them legs.
Legs.
He wants good toned legs.
That's all. Doesn't matter if you're doesn't matter if you're a guy, a girl, the Technicolor rainbow in between. Just
a checker piece.
A checkered piece. He just wants them legs. Okay.
Yeah, I just like how C-Round is just this little derpy derp with this little cat face or whatever, and he just walks along derp with his little legs, and then like he gets crowned, and then dun dun dun, he's got
yeah. Okay, so favorite rant.
This is back to small and he rolls away.
I'm out. Peace. Okay, so next thing. We have it, so we have another thing. What's your what's our favorite random NPC, like non main character, like status, like just like one-off stuff? I think
that was sorry, I was
about my favorite random NPC was I think it either had to be the Kickstarter people who were just Kickstarter people, or just or
self-deprecation going on with them, by the way.
Yeah, you could just feel Toby Fox like, I felt bad for begging people for money, so this is what it feels like to do it and stuff. And another
also Mighty Number 9 joke.
Yeah, also the sledgehammer guy that like repairs your equipment and stuff, he's also pretty great.
He's a squeaky hammer.
Yeah, you imagine this big like clang clog and everything would just eat squeak.
Yes.
What do you think? What do you think, Cupcake?
So there's a character, but I don't think I can have them in this category. Which would be Rules Card. But
oh yes,
I think he's a bit too further up on the list.
He's a bit too.
He owns a shop. He doesn't count.
Yeah, so I guess Sham doesn't count either. Okay, fine. Let me think.
I like the Mamma Mia guy.
Mamma Mia, she ate the cake.
Oh yes, him. I like him. What about like? I think that my favorite random, like, because I can't think of all the NPCs at the moment, but my favorite like random encounter enemy would have to be Jigsawry.
Oh yeah, I really
because they're like, I don't want to be here, I don't want to be here, and then they get hit. They're like, Jerry, they got Jerry.
My favorite one was like the boxing one where you have to like put him like in the right place, and then he's like happy and stuff because he's got his perfect hot pot or whatever, and just leaves.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so speaking of weird and wacky and crazy stuff, wait, Adam, we didn't ask you what was your favorite random NPC.
I told you the Mamma Mia guy.
If he had a voice actor, I want it to be Charles Martinet, like the voice of Mario. Oh no!
Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia! Look, she ate the cake. It's not even Peaches.
Cake is destroyed.
It's not even Peaches' cake. It's just like a random fluffy boy's cake.
The cake is just smoking, and I'm like, how?
like, does she have like heat? Does she have like teeth that like heat up?
Like, I don't know. Can she breathe fire? Is she a dragon?
That'd be cool.
That would be cool, actually.
And no, if she could breathe fire and stuff, she probably would have done it already, especially with how she like threatens people and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. True. Very, very true. Mm.
Okay, so I have a brother. He's named Squeegee. He's kind of sad a lot of the time, and he lives in a big mansion. And don't you forget it. I am made in this mansion. Anyways, when did we find out about Jevil and Hal? I found out about Jevil like a day afterwards, and it was like on YouTube and stuff when the embargo was lifted and everything, and they were just like secret boss and stuff and how to get to it, and I'm just like, wait, what? And yeah, so I followed the guide and stuff, and I got to the secret boss with Jevil and everything, and that was an experience. That was like funny story, like throughout the whole first bit of the game and stuff, I didn't have to like break out my controller or anything. I just used the like little like mouse keys and stuff because I was just that excited. I was just like, no time for controller.
No time. Must type.
So yeah, just use the arrow keys and stuff. But that boss fight was the fight that was the fight where I'm just like, nope, I can't do this. I'm breaking out my controller. That's the only way I'm gonna beat it. And yeah, that's how I beat it. I think Jevil is a bit. I think Jevil I think he's like a lot of people think he's like, oh, he's like super like important and stuff, and he's gonna mean a lot of stuff and everything. I think he is important and everything, but I think he's gonna be more of a one-off character for this part of the game and stuff.
Yeah, because like he's gone back to sleep for 100 years or so, but I think that he's still like what happened to him or like his story is still gonna be important in the future.
All right, so how'd you find out about Jevil, Adam?
Well, I found out about him actually because of his music track, because I was like, hey, I want to listen to music again, and then there was this song I never heard from, the like one that sounds like a circus.
Oh yeah, the world revolving.
Yeah.
And I was just like, where's this from? And then I looked it up, and I'm just like, oh, boss fight? I didn't know about.
Hey, it's just like, hey, do you know about this boss fight that is secret boss? And I'm just like, yes, Adam, I know! And I'm just in the middle of it. But
he just walks in on you fighting Jebel, and he's like, "Yeah, I know."
no, that's not what actually happened. I think I just was just like, "Hey, did you know about the secret boss?" And he was just like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Oh," because I was disappointed because he already knew. What about you, Cupcake?
Well, for me, this this Discord server that I was in, not the Deeper Down server, it's a different server. They had made a channel specifically for Deltarune, but they titled it differently because it was at that point that people were still trying to keep Deltarune relatively a secret in some ways. And like I had finished the game, except for Jebel, and I went on there and I was like, so I finished it, and then my friend on there was like, did you find the secret person? And I'm like, the secret person? What do you mean? They're like, go to the elevator. And I'm like, what elevator? The one in Card Castle. Okay, fine. So I go to the elevator. There's a question level. And I'm like, oh. And so, yeah. That's how I found out.
Alright, so yeah.
And then I had to look up a walkthrough because I couldn't figure out where one of the keys was.
I couldn't either.
It was the one with the stars and the dancers. I was like, huh? What does this mean? And then when I found it, I'm like, I'm stupid.
What do you mean? What do you mean? I just need to walk through a wall? Okay, but yeah, the actual boss fight was... How hard was the boss fight for all of us? That's the next question. Dude, like I said, that was the only boss of the game where it's just like, nope, can't do it.
So, I had been playing with a controller anyways because I like the controller.
I do too. I was just too excited.
It's easier on my back.
I mean,
I'm
the type of person that was like so excited and stuff. Is like I just didn't stop playing. I didn't even go I don't even think I went to the bathroom. No, I did go to the bathroom, but it was like one of those bathrooms where it's like, "Hey, I'll be right back," and I just ran back. I just like ran to the bathroom and ran back and stuff, even though it's like the bathroom's only like 10 feet away from me, honestly. But even then, I was just so excited that I didn't want to waste any second I did have to, like, just using it. But,
yeah.
But anyways, yeah. The Jello fight was, like, super hard. I was, like, stuck on that for, like, a week, and Adam was just like, "You okay, dude?" And I'm just like, "No, I can't beat Jebel." But I did eventually beat him, and that was it, and I was super happy about that. But then I went to go challenge the king again, and I was just like, "Wow, be gone, you dumb king! You pose no threat to me anymore. Go now, you have no power here."
Be gone.
What about you, Adam? How'd you go? I remember you struggled with it.
Oh, I fought him like 15 times, and then I got a controller. Fought him several more times, and I'm just like, oh, is that freaking worth it? There was nothing that important or new or interesting I did for defeating him except new set of armor because I was going to pass this round because I'm a good little boy.
Even though Adam, your choices don't matter.
They matter to me, okay?
I feel like that theme might be a false sense of security. Like, Toby Fox is like, "Oh yeah, your choices don't matter," and stuff.
No way, your choices don't matter.
And then it's just like halfway through the game, it's just like, bah! Turns out it does.
Yep, turns out it does, and you killed all these people. Oh, whoops.
Oh, how tragic and awful. I've never done anything like this before. Wait, what do you mean the last game? Shut up. No, that didn't happen.
Alternate
last
universe.
Game? There was no last game. This is the only game.
Yeah.
My turn?
Yeah.
Okay. So after I found out about Jevil and I got some advice from my friends to stock up on healing items. So thanks for that. So I went and I was making tally marks for each time I died, and I had a sticky note, and I was looking for it before the episode started, but I couldn't find it because I wanted to know the exact number of times that I died. But I think it was like 7 or 9 times that I died, and then I beat him. Because I thought that I didn't do very well, but then when I was talking to other people, they're like, "Whoa, you did good," and I'm like, I did." I didn't think I did.
Yeah.
He was hard. Like, people are like debating whether he's harder than Sans or not, but I didn't know because I hadn't fought Sans.
Yeah, I haven't either.
So I was just like, he's hard, and that was it.
Yeah.
But then you... yes, Pasta?
Sorry. No, you can keep going if you still have more to say.
Yeah. But then, I've mentioned it before, but I played Deltarune. I did a second playthrough on my Twitch channel, so I was streaming it. So I have proof that I actually did it. I beat him with only 1 death.
Nice.
And I was so proud of that achievement.
Okay. So, Tevin Daniels, who's been the only one putting questions in the chat, guys, if you want to talk and want us to talk about something from the game that you want us to talk about, you can just leave us a question and stuff. Okay. 2 things he said. If Jevil met Gaster, that's the reason he went crazy. I think he's talking about the fan theory that he was just like, Jevil met Gaster, that's why he went crazy and stuff. I could kind of see it and stuff. I more like the idea of he saw beyond the dark world. He saw the dark world was just nothing but a weird fantasy realm in the closet of a school and stuff, that in itself is just another game and everything. So yeah.
So I again, it's the Gaster. It's the assuming Gaster is the knight. We know that Jevil met the knight, and that was what ultimately, we assume, is what ultimately led him to becoming insane,
bonkers.
Yeah. My theory is that whether the knight is Gaster or not, I believe that the knight showed him that the truth about Deltarune as an actual that Deltarune is a game.
Mm-hmm.
That he's living in a game.
Life is a game. Another thing. Another thing that he asked was, what was your thoughts about seeing Sandstorm in the Dark World? I didn't realize it was Sandstorm until someone pointed it out to me, and then I was just like, huh.
I was looking at everything, and I'm like, hello, Sans' door. How are you doing? It's good to see you again. But when they were like, the door is broken, I'm like, excuse me, it is a door. How can it be broken?
What about you?
But sorry.
No, you can keep going. So I was confused at you.
I have a lot to say about this.
Okay, just keep going, Dan.
So like that's kind of like the fact that it's Sans' door and the fact that it's used as a fast travel or a teleport kind of like is like to me, yeah, that makes sense. Sans teleports. I like what if his shortcuts are actually that same type of door? Like
that'd be cool.
Yeah, theories. All right.
Another. What did you think of the Sans door thing, Adam?
Well, I thought that it was, of course, I'm just like, you.
You.
Honestly, Adam, I thought you were gonna be a lot more in control. Just like, huh, neat. Wait, what?
As soon as I saw that, I was just like, you're not supposed to be here, or maybe you are. Again, I was playing the spot the foreshadowing stuff.
Yeah. I just realized that, like, I got some of the questions jumbled, and the thing is, just like, one question is obviously meant for before the end than the other ones. But yeah, okay. So another. Let's get to the next legit question. This is 13, but it should actually be 12. What's your thoughts on Lancer and the King?
I love Lancer.
Lancer.
He is my baby boy.
Lancer.
I love him. I have adopted him, and I shall protect him.
Man, your house, if all the fictional characters you've adopted were in like a singular house, it'd have to be the size of a mansion at this point.
I would need a big house, or like an apartment building or something.
Some people want to watch the world burn. Cupcake wants to adopt all the precious people in the world.
Yes.
Yeah. I really like Lancer. He's an adorable little dark world chess card guy, spade person thing. I love him to bits. I love the relationship he has with like his dad and stuff is super interesting. It's like a legit abusive relationship and stuff, and that like the stereotypical like.
They throw you into the closet for 2 hours until you stop staring at that pretty boy you looked online. That's sort of like stereotypical.
Yeah. It's just like a lot of times like it's stuff like that in media. It's just like it's either like understated or overstated. Like some stuff is just like, oh, like I spilled like a drink and stuff, and they made me like stay in my room for like 2 weeks. While another thing, it's just like, I told the car, and they were like mean to me and like took my keys away and stuff. Yeah. Also, I loved his relationship with Roxalis Card, which I can't believe I didn't make a question about, considering he's also one of my favorite characters, so we should discuss him and stuff. But anyways, yeah, I love that Roxalis Card was like the legit dad and stuff. Yeah, also really like Lancer's theme. His boss fight he's a good intro boss and stuff.
Oh, I'm the bad guy.
I'm the bad guy. If you ever watched Wander Over Yonder.
Or at least that clip.
I love that song so much. Anyways, the fundamental stuff about I just really like Lancer. Again, like all these characters are like pretty well formed already, so I can't wait to see what happens to them after this scenario and stuff. So yeah, what did you think of the trash child, Adam?
Oh, I like how you describe him like that.
He's our garbage boy. He's the garbage boy that we love.
Of course, when I first saw Lance going with like that exploding bike and everything, I was just like, what? Just pure what? Right?
You mean the expression you have in your? You mean the expression you have in your profile picture?
Yes. And then later on, I was just like, oh, this is somebody clearly trying to be bad, but not understand what it actually means. Kind of reminded me of Megamind from.
Oh yeah, Megamind. Hey, I'm so, I'm so evil. I am now going to. You know what evildoers need? An evildoer snack break.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like he's like trying to be evil, but at the same time he really doesn't want to hurt anybody.
Like he's.
But yes.
And then his relationship with his dad, I'm just like, oh, that's very uncomfortably realistic.
I know. It's freaky.
Yeah. It is, honestly. Okay. One of my favorite lines from Lancer and kind of scene is the where he's like, ha, ha, oh, and then Susie's like, what is that? What? Ho ho ho! You sound like baby Santa Claus. And then at the end of the interaction, then he's like, ha, ha, oh, Merry Christmas. And I'm just like, no, Lancer, no.
Lancer, a sweet baby boy. Hey, don't you understand that?
Yeah, it's just. Yeah, it just Lancer's just pretty cool. Also, how he teams up with Susie. Let's not forget.
Yes. The Dark Fun team. Fun gang, sorry. The Dark Fun gang.
Mm-hmm. Well, he can also be it can also be the dark F-word gang or the dark
beep squad.
The dark
beep.
or the dark Lancer's fan club thing.
The Dark Lancer's fan club.
Just lightning bolts. Okay, so we don't have to actually listen to this, but let's discuss the gracious, beautiful Roxanne's card.
It's pronounced rules.
Okay, rules card. I'm sorry.
Cause he's the card, the rules card. He makes the rules, and he is literally the most useless card in the deck.
It's just like he just comes down and everything is just like solve my puzzleth worms.
Like he's just looks like the worms have cometh out to play. Poor fools.
Yeah. It's just like the reaction where you just like gently push the box and he's just like, God damn it.
That was my favorite.
Yeah, me and Ab both burst out into tears when we first saw that.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Oh
No.
yeah, that's it.
Oh, that was another of my favorite parts. Like, I have a waste to better puzzle right here. Can we see it?
No.
No.
It just in the chat, Devin Daniels asked, I wonder if the Dark World was the place Sans returned to I don't know, maybe. That's like super speculation right there. But yeah, going.
The real theory: Sans is a darkener, but you can't tell that by his text box because he is white.
But yeah.
Is this go?
Gasp.
Gasp.
But yeah, Roxas' card is a beautiful meme, and I hope we get to see a lot more of him in the upcoming chapters or whatever.
Yes, rules card, aka lesser dad.
No, now he could be like Vice Admiral Lesser Dad under Lancer.
Yes, General Lesser Dad.
General Commander Lesser Dad. Thou's king. I am very loyal to thee, but Tao's name is very verbose.
And doth calleth me his lesser dad. And then he's just like, how is he anyway? Like, he actually, like, he cares about him. He's just annoyed sometimes.
Is Mettaton still made in Deltarune? Probably not. Like, I mean, the ghost that actually inhabited Mettaton before then is probably still around, but yeah. Alright.
Yeah, he is. We know he is. We knock on the door of the ghost house, and like you can tell that it's like Mettaton, but he's a recluse, meaning that he's probably a ghost, like he was when he was a recluse back in Undertale.
Sorry, I'm a bit of a nobody. Nobody cries. Okay.
Cries.
Okay, so these next three questions are very interconnected with each other. Starting with this one, what's your feelings on Chris and the whole soul player thing?
Ooh.
Chris, I think, has the potential to be a very interesting character. I hope we see a lot more from them. We already got a lot of interesting stuff, and they're way more developed than either Frisk or Kara was, which were all like super like based in like speculation and stuff by the fandom. I really want to see where they go with Chris. I hope they go with like them feeling like inadequate because like their brother's like so good and they're just like, how do I live up to that and stuff. I hope they go with that angle. It also I just think that it also the whole soul player thing is very interesting to me. I don't know how that's gonna play into the next chapters. Like, are we gonna have to like force our way back into Chris or something like that? I don't know. We'll figure stuff. I don't know. We'll figure something. I don't know. We'll figure something. I don't know. I guess we'll figure something out. Yeah. Okay. So, Adam, what do you think of Chris?
Well, there's not much to think of except that ending, which.
That ending, like,
Thank you for the cliffhanger, Toby.
That
love it.
That ending legit shook me when I first saw it. You know what I have to wonder though? It's like, how are they gonna handle that in game? Like, is there still gonna be like a credits like thing, and then it's like chapter 2 just starts?
That would be amazing.
Yeah, imagine chapter 2 starts and you're in the bird cage. You're the soul. You have to find your way to Chris or something to possess like a stuffed toy or something.
and Chris just
wheel around in the cage in the wagon. Like with the Chris and the soul player is it's just like I don't really know what to think of it. Is it Chris trying to break free of us? Is it Chris being possessed? What is happening? I don't know. I can only speculate and my speculations are so scrambled that I cannot put them into words very well. So sorry about that. But it's very like I think it's really interesting, yeah. And very, very shocking, as you said.
Yeah, Chris's character I'm generally very interested to see what happens.
Very much, yes.
Okay, so yeah.
Costa, I can't hear you.
Oh.
Yeah, you're too glitchy.
Out now.
Still kind of robot-ish.
Good. Flippin'. Mike, you were doing so well.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, so yeah. Thoughts on the ending? Yeah, that was like I've seen horror movies and stuff. This ending at the end of Deltarune was scarier than a whole bunch of them I've seen.
I was just like, you know that dread that I said I felt in the beginning? It returned. It was back at the end. And it was just like, dun dun, dun dun, and then pull out the knife, and I was just like, oh no. And then fade to black, and then a nice song with their lyrics, and I like, but, Toby, why?
Toby, why did you do this? Toby! Yeah, it's just like when I first saw that, like, I like first, for those who like know like their classic anime stuff, it's like the reaction like Shinji has in like End of Evangelion when like Giant Ray like opens her like eyes and stuff right next to him and stuff. Basically that, but I wasn't screaming like out loud. I was screaming internally. It was just like ah! On the outside it was just like it was just terrifying to me.
Internal teapot screeching.
What about you, Adam? Yeah, I was incredibly freaked out by the ending too, but frankly, I was much more on the end of like, dear God, what does this mean? Rather than just like going.
I mean, that's also pretty.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that I think that like all this stuff and everything, it's just like terror. It's just like scary. It was like scary and stuff, but it was also like super intriguing and intriguing. Like, what does this mean and stuff? And I hope that yeah. I can't wait again. Like, I heard like a lot of people like were just like meh on the game actually before them, which I cannot understand your mindset. But after that ending, we're just like, well, dang, now I have to play the whole game, don't I?
But you're in for it now.
prepare for unforeseen consequences.
Dun dun dun.
Okay, Tevin Daniels, who again is the only active person in the chat. Come on, guys. We're not that we're not that scary, and we're about to wrap and we're probably about to wrap up soon if we don't get any more.
Collectively, Aaron, we're about as threatening as a bunny rabbit.
But yeah, in Undertale, Devin Daniels points out that in Undertale you can be an NPC that mentions Susie. Well, it's
Clam Girl.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, Clam.
Yeah, Clam Girl, like Susie and stuff, and she's. And it's like, and yeah, I think she, that is cool stuff. For some reason, like, Susie is with a, like...
It's spelled differently.
Yeah, it's like, instead of, like, Susie, it's like Susie with, like, a Z and Y instead of S-E-I-E. And yeah, it's interesting.
No, Dr. Mecha. No, that character was actually in Undertale before the Switch port. They were one of the random fun number characters that you can get. But the Switch port added something interesting to that character, which, spoilers if you didn't know, if you get a certain fun number so that you get Clam Girl, I think it has to be even a specific number when you get Clam Girl, that if you come back and talk to her, then she'll say, I forget exactly what she says, but she talks about Susie and some more, and then she switches to like Gaster follower mode, like
great.
Black and white, distorted figure, and says, and you're going to meet her very soon. Disappear, mysteries, woo, and then Deltarune comes out.
Yeah, I remember people just like a week before Deltarune came out playing that. It's just like, what does that mean? And I'm just like, what'd you think?
Also, that the Switch version of Undertale is very much the like final mix of.
Yeah.
Indeed, yes.
Like, this is the official, like, full canon version now.
Yeah.
Like, I now that I have a Switch, I am very tempted to buy the Switch version of Undertale.
I bought Undertale for the Switch, but now my Switch broke, so I can't.
Oh no.
When are we ever gonna deal with that stuff, by the way?
We can't. I have the pandemic. Yeah, like how the Switch version has a Mew Mew robot fight. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I like how the also this like how the controls were implemented also with that fight in particular, because I haven't played it, of course, but I have seen it, and I think it's really cool with the like different Joy-Cons and the separating and so on and so forth.
Yeah. All right, so now we're gonna wrap this up with one last official question. We might do like a couple more like chat ones, but this is gonna be the last official one. Where do you think this story is going to go next, if you had a guess? And we'll start with you, Adam, because I haven't actually asked you even in private a lot about this.
Well, I think that this story is going, of course, it's going to become a lot more grand and epic. We've seen that with like the city stuff. And also it will probably get a lot more anime-esque. You know, Undertale had some pretty anime moments. Not to be mean to Deltarune, but it got pretty anime near the end, but frankly not as near as Undertale. It doesn't have the raw, pure emotion that Undertale has yet. So yeah, I believe we're going to go down that path because, we need, because, emotionally satisfying stuff. Also, I think that of course, I've been hinting the entire time that I support the theory of, like, this is not necessarily a completely alternate world. There is something linking this world back to the original game, and frankly, somebody most likely made a deal but didn't understand the full implications of it, and to put it bluntly, there are rules, even for one such as you.
Interesting.
Okay, what do you think, Cupcake?
I can't hear you again.
God. Flipping. How about now?
Yep.
Okay, so what do you think, Cupcake? What do you think the future holds for this game?
Well, I think that the dog is going to finish his game.
Hopefully. Hopefully sometime in the next century.
But, like, of course we know about the, like, city and stuff, and that Noelle is going to play a part. And also that we're going to go back to the Dark World at some point. Because Chris is in Dark World garb. So, I am interested in the, I have to wonder if the Dark World, if time is, like, the same, or if it's, like, Narnia-esque, like, a few days in Chris's usual, in the normal world, is, like, 10 years in the Dark World, and if that could be some type of, like, thing that happens in the future. Always gotta ask that question.
I don't think there's much of a time dilation thing, considering like we spent like considering like Toriel was like, oh, you were gone for like the whole day and stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, I can see like the whole adventure they just went on blasting like a whole day or whatever.
True. I forgot about that. But there's something else that I thought of, and that's the whole of Deltarune feel like, especially when you come back from the Dark World, feels very much like trying to move on, trying to, like, grow up in a way, and trying to move past your childhood or leave your childhood behind. And I think that we're going to go further into that theme as the story progresses, and eventually we're going to have a breaking point and come to terms with that things don't stay the same, and growing up is hard sometimes. And Asriel is going to come back.
Yeah.
And that's probably going to be the turning point.
My thoughts on it, well, I'm actually thinking about making like a super long fanfic that actually will delve into all this stuff. I need to finish up like some other stuff that I'm working on first before I start it.
Yeah.
Probably be sometime near the end of July that the first chapter of that will be posted. But yeah, I think that what a lot of people are talking about with Deltarune and stuff and the future of it, I find it interesting that what I think is going to happen is very different than what a lot of other people think is going to happen in it, because I'm analyzing it like on a character basis, while people are analyzing it on a lore basis. Is like, oh, there's gonna be something with Jevil and Sans being a Darknir and stuff and all that and stuff. Everyone's focusing on lore stuff like that. Or I'm just thinking like, okay, how can these characters possibly grow? How can they change? How can they shift? And how does that affect people around them and affect the story around them? And how will the story like make them grow or change and stuff? And it's like character stuff like that I'm focusing on and stuff. That's probably makes me reach a different conclusion than a lot of other people. There are headcanons that I don't think in hell are right, like Car and Frisk like controlling Chris or whatever, and also some other kind of sort of crack theories that I've heard, but yeah, there's a lot of different ways that I could see the story moving forward. The ideas that I'm going to put out in my fic are going to be are probably going to be vastly different than what a lot of other people think, and especially when it comes to like I think Chris in particular. I think it's going to be different than what a lot of people are expecting, but I will 100% state right now that I am ready when the game comes out to be like 110% wrong, because I think Toby Fox is probably going to do it better than me. That's not me being like beating myself down. That's just me knowing the facts that Toby Fox is a better writer than me at this point, because I'm an amateur. He's like someone who's been doing this stuff for years and everything. And also the fact that I think he knows his characters better than I do, because he knows where they're going and stuff, while I just have an idea of them in my head. That might be vastly different from his. But anyway, I believe that this is something that that my story will be, if not true to what the original creator has intended, I think it will be different, and I think it will still be a story that will be worth reading and stuff. And and yeah, also Tevin Daniels asked, have you read the Paper Trail comic? Yeah, yes, I do, and I love it. Yes, I love it to bits. Link Scriven is probably my favorite comic artist / writer and stuff. I love them.
I can't say my favorite. I have lots of favorites.
Okay, they've definitely made probably my favorite stuff that's like actually legit complete, because that puts it a lot, that like scales the list a lot down and stuff. But yeah,
it does. You say Undertale comic artist, and then there's like a huge list, and then you say Undertale comic artists who finished their comic. Then it's just like, little list.
Yeah, very tiny list. But yeah, I love them to bits. Please come on the show if you're somehow watching this.
Please.
Please, I love your stuff. I want to just talk about it for hours with you.
Yes.
And like discuss character and stuff, and how well you did like Flowey and Risk and all this stuff, and like and like Dogs of Future Past, and also all the amazing stuff you did in Paper Trail and stuff already, even though it's not even finished yet. And yeah, but Cupcake notified me through our special Discord thing that she's like, hey, can I read something out? And yes, you can read something out, because we do have time for it.
Okay, yay. So, I haven't posted this anywhere because I didn't really know how to post it, or like really what to post it under, because I wrote it sort of meaning to be a poem, but I'm not sure if it can qualify as a poem or not. basically, let me computer, please load. Thank you. It's something that I wrote from like the perspective, yeah, that's the word, of Jevil, as he's like losing his mind in a way.
Okay. Ooh,
so let me find it. Computer, please.
Computer, please.
Yes. So here it is. It's called it's called Dizzy. My eyes are opened. I have changed. I have not. The world is the one that has changed. It's still the same. Nothing makes sense now that I understand everything. It's not the same. It's not the same. He told me, my world is gone. My head, spinning, spinning. A world revolving around me. My world? No. Yes. Both. How? My world, my life, means nothing, but everything to me. I know it all, but I can't see. I am blinded. But my side is true. Why? We play this game. Game of life, game of death, game of games. It means nothing. Is it play? Is it real? What? Reality cannot be truth. The lies have opened me. It's a wheel, an endless loop, circling, circling, circling. Everyone's dizzy, but they don't know. They can't know. Only I know. And if they know, they pull apart everything. I tell them they do not hear. They can listen, but they only hear whispers, whispers, whispers in the wind. I cannot open them. They can break. Nothing makes sense. This world does not. Sense is real. Sense is gone. They lock the door. They lock me out. Out or in. In, they say, but I say out. They do not understand. He has told me. The night has broken the walls. He has saved me and imprisoned everyone else. The lies are true. Nothing is real, yet everything is. It's different. It's the same. They lock me out of them. They close their ears to the fearful truth and listen to glorious lies. A jester, a devil, which am I? I am neither. I am me. I tell them not what I can. I cannot tell them what I should. They say I am imprisoned. They are wrong. They feel right, but they can't see. See the world turning, turning, churning as I can. They are trapped in lies of truth, trapped in numbers and words. But I am free, freed of truths that make no sense, and lies that feel right. They say I'm mad, but the opposite is a lie. I see it. The madness is the truth, and they are the ones at fault. The world is the prison, and this prison is my world.
Very, very nice.
Thank you. So yeah, I wrote that like late at night when I was thinking very deeply about that.
I actually like wrote a short like Deltarune thing like literally like I was so inspired by it that inspired by the game and stuff that it's just like a literal like literal like a day afterwards I just started like writing it down, and like the very next day I finished it and stuff. I don't have it with me right now, and I'm not gonna pull it up honestly because we're already going for a while and stuff. So yeah, we're gonna end it here, guys. It's been wonderful joining us for this Deltarune discussion. Thank you, Cupcake, and thank you, Knight of Doom, for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime, bro.
And yeah, if you in the comments, Tevin Daniels asked, where can people find/follow you guys? I myself, you can follow me on Twitter, but I don't do much there, so yeah. But if you, my main social media account is my AO3 account, where you can go read my Undertale / Deltarune fix, where fix and stuff on AO3, and also I guess I have a Twitch and stuff, which I'm also having where I'm also streaming this stuff. Might stream some other stuff in the future, I don't know. So yeah. Cupcake is on DeviantArt. She
Cupcake -paints, just like my name, but with a hyphen in between on DeviantArt, and Cupcake Paints on Tumblr. Don't follow me on Twitter. I don't do anything there.
Don't you also have an AO3?
I'm also on AO3, yes, but I also haven't really posted anything except that one short story.
And Night of Doom is also on Twitter, but he does it. If I do nothing, he does like negative nothing.
I like stuff, mostly stuff that I think is either really pretty or hot from artists I follow on the platform.
Yeah.
Also, I am writing something. It is not related to Undertale in any way. It is a fan fiction of a different thing. I'll probably finish it pretty soon. But frankly, don't hold your breath. For some reason, I keep finding that the closer I am to being done, the more I keep writing.
Yeah, we all have that problem, I'm sure. But yeah, you can all follow us there and stuff. Enjoy our content.
Also, if you like the background, I was able to record me drawing it, and I'm going to be uploading a speed paint of it onto my YouTube channel, which don't even try to search for it yet. There's nothing on it. It's not it's not ready, but I'll post a link in the somewhere on my DeviantArt. I'll have Pasta. Can you post links in the comments?
Yeah.
I don't think you can.
I could just make it a part of the description later.
Yeah. We'll try to see if we can link it later. But yeah, so I'll be uploading a speed paint of the background if you're interested in that.
All right. So yeah, make sure to check us all out if you want to. Thank you, everybody, for coming here for our next Determined podcast thing. We actually have a guest all lined up for us. We have, let me pull out their names so I pronounce them right. We have Daniel X. Cutter and Summon of Light coming on to the show. This coming up on Wednesday and everything, which will be a very fun time because we're going to be discussing their Undertale Artemis Fowl fic, which, oh boy, I feel bad for them for that movie. But yeah, we'll be discussing that, having a great time. Also, Viking will be back finally.
Hopefully.
No, he will be back. He's promised me this time. So yeah,
okay.
Viking will be back this coming thing. So yeah. Anyways, thank you all for joining us. It's been a great time, and everyone out there, remember, stay determined.